Let's talk about something that's been quietly unfolding in the heart of Sydney. The City of Sydney's proposed development, what they're calling Park Square near Town Hall. On the surface, it sounds simple enough. A new public square, more open space, a civic gathering place. But once you start digging into it, the numbers and the story get a lot more complicated. These buildings, the ones slated for demolition, weren't free. They were paid for by the ratepayers of Sydney over decades. And that's where things start to get uncomfortable, because at the same time, we're constantly talking about the housing crisis, homelessness, cost of living pressures. And yet, that this single site, roughly 4,600 square metres in the CBD, could realistically deliver 570 to 621 bedroom apartments right in the middle of Sydney. Now let's flip the lens for a second. From a development perspective, this isn't just some land. As a commercial office site, we're talking about something in the order of $700 million to over $1 billion in real estate value. That's not speculative hype. That's just applying standard CBD planning controls and market rents. And yet, the project is often talked about as costing $150 million. Let's be real for a second. No developer on earth would ever present a project like this without including lost development opportunity. That's not just a rounding error. That's the core of the economics. Because the true cost isn't just construction, it's everything that came before. Let's go back nearly 30 years. The council began acquiring these properties, and that didn't come cheap. We're talking tens, possibly hundreds of millions compensation payouts to owners, long, drawn-out legal processes. In one case, 303 Pitt Street, the impact was so severe it ended up in family court proceedings. That's not just a planning story, that's a human story. And the cost didn't stop there. They're still ongoing. The final buildings in the precinct are likely to be forcibly acquired, which means court battles, delayed settlements, and costs we won't even fully understand for years. Then there's the hidden cost no one talks about, vacancy. For decades, these buildings have carried demolition clauses. Think about that. If you're a tenant, why would you invest in a space that could disappear? So what happens? Spaces sit empty, underutilised for years. That's lost economic activity is quietly compounding in the background. And then there's Woolworths, apparently one of the most profitable stores in Australia. Right in this precinct, was given a 25-year lease just a few years ago. They're not going to walk away quietly. So what does that mean? More compensation, more negotiation, likely tens of millions more in cost. So when you actually stack it all up, decades of acquisitions, compensation, payouts, forced acquisitions still to come, vacancy, losses, commercial displacement, and the loss of valuable airspace, the ability to build up, you're not looking at a $150 million project. You're looking at something that realistically pushes into the billions. And all of this raises a pretty simple question. We've been told part of the justification is to create space for protesters. But here's the contradiction. During recent protests, what happened? Police cordoned off Town Hall Square and pushed people onto the George Street tram lines. So the question becomes, is this really about public space or something else entirely? So let's strip it back. If the public were told, honestly, that a 4,000 plus square metre CBD site capable of delivering hundreds of homes or a $1 billion commercial asset was going to be cleared to create a civic square at a true cost north of $1 billion when everything is accounted for, would they say yes? Because at the end of the day, this isn't just a planning decision, it's a question of priorities. And whether we're being told the full story, please write in the comments your view on this government project.